Hey, what's up everyone? Brian here. I'm in Bears Ears, Utah right now doing my full-time volunteering endeavor for the next, well, let's see, I've been here for a week and a half, so I'll be here for another 4.5 weeks. If you're interested in checking out how to support that endeavor, there's a link in the video description below. I'm raising money for the Bears Ears Education Center, which helps to educate people on how to navigate the desert terrain and also the ruins out here without damaging either the environment or any culturally insensitive ruins or places like that. But what I want to do today was I had a little bit of free time. I'm going to meet up with my friend Lewis tonight from Colorado. He's traveling around in a Sprinter van, so I hope to get that on video and show it to you guys. He's got a really cool setup. But I wanted to show you my setup real quick. A lot of people are new to the channel, and some people just haven't seen how I set up the slide out extension. So the slide out extension here, for those of you who watched Phil's video from Down to Mob, I explained about why I put this setup the way I did. I wanted to keep the roof rack intact and have a low profile to carry all the tools that I was doing for the trail work with the Forest Service the past couple of years. I don't work for the Forest Service. I was just volunteering for them full time. And so what I wanted to do is keep a low profile. I had thought about getting a slide-in topper, or a slide-in camper, but it's like, you know, the overhead clearance and just the weight and stuff like that, it would kind of make it to where some of the trails that I was maintaining for the Forest Service, it'd just be real hard to navigate them. So I wanted to keep with the mid-size truck. A lot of people say, why don't you get a full size and get a long bed? Well, who wouldn't want that? You know, I mean, like, people would love the extra room. But the thing about having a truck like this, a mid-size truck with a short wheelbase and a short bed, is that it's very maneuverable. I can go on any trail I want. In Colorado, most of the old 4x4 trails are actually old mining trails, and so you got to think, like, the mining carts are super narrow. Full-size truck won't be able to go in there. Yeah, we're getting some wind right now, so that's why the camera's kind of shaking. So, so that was the motivation for this, is just to keep it simple. And what I wanted was just something that would slide out, give me 2 more feet of room, just for when I'm sleeping. Turn a 5-foot bed into a 7-foot bed, and then I can just slide it back in when I'm ready to rock and roll and get back on the road. So this is the best solution that I could come up with. It's super lightweight too. I built the top part, all of the top part with aspen wood, which is real lightweight. The bottom part is what's load bearing and has a lot of weight on it. So that was done with actually plywood and compressed particle board. And then I did do a couple 2x4s at the base just to create like a frame, but everything else is aspen wood. So if you use aspen wood, as long as it's not load bearing, you're fine, because it's real lightweight and it's still pretty strong. You just don't want to put a whole lot of weight on top of it. So what I'll do when I get to camp, there's a method to my madness when I pack stuff up when I am getting ready to roll out. What I'll do is I'll tuck all of the bedding and stuff in the back, like towards the cab, and then I'll have my items that I want to take out just right here, just ready to go. So what I'll do is I'll get to camp. I like to wear flip-flops all the time, but I'll keep my hiking boots ready. So I'll take these out, just throw them on the ground, grab my cooler, take that. I use this as a step. So I'll just put that right there at the base of the truck bed here, so I'll step up into it when I get the topper all done. Grab my water, put that right next to the cooler there. And then I'll go ahead and slide it out now that I've got the heavy items off. This is actually not it's on rails, but it's not load bearing. This is what carries a lot of the weight back here, the tailgate, with these little supports. The rails just basically slide in and out. You could mount them on the side and then have those cabinet drawer ratings at like 200 or 300 pounds. Those would be fine for this, because this is a real lightweight deal. But I just wanted to make it easy, because this is actually a prototype. I might be making some changes to it here in the future relatively quickly. But I'll come in here and I always keep my little hand broom ready, and I'll sweep out any dust or right now, with me being in the desert, there's sand literally everywhere. I mean everywhere. So get it like that, and then once I got everything dusted out, then I'll make sure that I push this all the way up so that it doesn't drag on the sides, because these two like the little support bars that come up that have the little gas struts in them, if they're down, they're angled in too much and you can't pull it out. So I put it all the way up, then I just grab this, slide it out like that, okay? And then let me adjust the camera here. I want to show you what I'll do on the interior. So let me get this real quick. So you can kind of see how there's that extra, this deal right here. Real quick, I'll take the cookware that I have, and I just put it on top of the slide out. It's like a little extension. There's all my stuff for the stove. But okay, so all that's out now, and I'll take this. Got my Lagunitas IPA as the candle holder here. I'll take this middle piece here. I just want to put it back in the area to where that came down, and then or that opened up, and then you push it in like that, and you've got yourself a solid floor in there. And so what I'll do next is I'll get in here and I'll pull all the stuff out, and I'll have the camera right here so you can see like how everything's set up in here. So let me switch the views here real quick. Hey, what's up, guys? Just getting to the topper here. All right, so I'm gonna show you how I set this up. It's really simple. I get to camp and I just, like I said, I grab those items, take them, put them on the ground, and then I'll grab my bedroll and just roll it out. I pack everything up in a way to where it's just really easy to undo. So I'll take the side covers off. If you remember in the last frame of the video, it's real dark in here, but I had the side covers on. I take these, put them over to the side, just tuck them in the corner there, and then I'll take this and roll it out. And so you've got the bed. You just roll it out like that. Okay. And then you've got your sleeping bag right here. So I'll take that and just spread it out like so. Okay, I've got a couple extra blankets that I use, so I'll tuck one over here on the right. Then I'll tuck this other one over here on the left. All right, now I'm set up. So I've got an extra sleeping bag in case it gets really cold at night. I usually throw that up front. In the back here, I always keep like a couple of shirts and stuff in the morning, just for a quick grab that I can just grab and get changed up. But I'll change up in here. That's why I kept my clothes up here on these shelves that drop down from the top of the roof rack on the underside of the screws. I did that for a reason, because I wanted my clothes in here so that I could just change in the morning before I get out of the truck and get my day started. And so it's real comfortable in here. We've got a couple different lights. I've got this BioLite SolarHome 620. That's what I use to power everything. And as you can see, it's got lights, and then I've got an extra light here. This is actually the light for the camp stove. You can plug it into there for extra light, but I like it because I'll use it in the topper. And then I've got that light there, and this one right here. And then I've got a third light actually, and it's just down in the cubby hole down there. That third light is the motion sensor light, which I hang off the back, and it points out that way. So if anybody steps to my camper or my truck topper in the middle of the night, then I can just see them, and it kind of blinds them because it turns on. It's 100 lumens, and if it's real dark out, 100 lumens is pretty bright. But what I'll do now is I'll grab the camera and I'll just do a quick interior tour and kind of show you guys how I operate in here. You know, it is a small space, but once you get used to living like this, it's actually pretty easy, and it's comfortable. It's comfortable enough to where if there's really bad weather, I can just sit in here with Sierra, my dog, and we can ride out any weather. I've got an inverter charger back here, 400 watt inverter, so I can charge stuff. And then this SolarHome, the BioLite deal here, this has a extra battery bank on here of a 20 watt hour battery bank. So it's got two USB plugs in the side here. So what I can do is I can use that to power up devices like my GPS, my iPhone, my camera, which is what I'm shooting on now, the Canon G7X. And let's see, what else do I charge in there? My vape pen, headlamps, you name it. I mean, anything that you can charge with USB, I can charge it with that. So that's really, really convenient. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me grab the camera. I'll bring it inside here and I'll kind of show you around. All right, guys. So I'm currently sitting all the way up in here. My head barely touches the top, but it's nice to be able to sit up in here. My back's up against the cab right now, and you know, I can stretch out fully in here. I'm 6 feet tall, and so here's like my legs stretched out, and then of course, you know, outdoors. But I've got plenty of room in here. And then Sierra, what she'll do is she usually like sleeps on one of the two sides over there, and then I'll have this whole area up here in between the two wheel wells that come up. I'll be sleeping up in this area with my feet down over here. But it's kind of nice like that because she usually ends up tucking herself into like one of the sides over here, either this side or over on that side. And then I've got full on room in here. But just real quick, it's a real simple setup in here. I've just got a shelf on this side with a little cubby hole that was cut into the bed. So I just cut the bed liner that I had and glued it in there. Like I said, the lights are up here. All of my clothing is up top. Like I had mentioned, I do have a little bit of a bungee cord thing if I want to put my my visors and window protectors, up there and get them out of the way. Over here, same thing, another little side shelf and a little cubby hole, which I'll keep like just some quick grab items. And then for the slide out itself, what I was able to do is I just took a air conditioner foam sealer, a 4-inch one, and use that as a seal around the slide out extension so that it's pretty airtight around the topper. And then up here there's just a few little gaps, and I'll use those for storing items. So I've got both my laundry or my camp suds, and then I've got a little bit of extra dish soap. And then on this side over here I've just got some Tums and some nasal spray, a koozie, and some toilet paper. And so it's a real simple setup. When I lay all the way down, I'll show you where my feet are at. When I lay all the way down, I'm still like that. So there's plenty of room in here. It's easy to set up and break down, and it's super awesome to have in the backcountry, and it's waterproof. So everything, with the snow or the rain, you don't have to worry about it in here. It's 100% sealed up and it's good to go. So if anybody's interested in these plans, I have them for sale on my website. I'll include that in the link in the video description below. So if you have any questions, hit me up. And up next, I'm going to show what I do for my summer setup when I'm in the desert and it's hot. So I'm going to deploy the side awning with the drop down room and kind of give you all a tour of that. So thanks for watching.